Is 3:31, and it is time for the afternoon coffee talk. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris, enjoying a quick little shower that moved through my house. Have you gotten rain at yours? I hope so. For your benefit, it's not much, but like the pool cover's wet, so I'll take what we can get. Through coffee talk, I've got the radar in the bottom corner, just so that you can see what we're tracking. But we'll also take a look at it on a full screen inspection. Before we get to that, let's just take an inspection on our tower cam network, shall we? Here's a shot. Downtown Orlando, seeing some darker skies as we head out west. Speaking of out west, let's step up to Ocala, Marion County. Some water droplets there as some rains have moved through. Back to the tourist district, and yeah, that's the scene we're experiencing. Many areas around Central Florida have visibility or lack thereof that looks like this. It has been a wet afternoon around Central Florida for sure. Let me head over from the tourist district to the Orlando International Airport, certainly looking a little bit better that direction. And our West 2 Studios tower cam, and you can kind of see there's that downpour. The right side of your screen would be the downpour that's over in the tourist district. All right. All right, let's head to the beach, shall we? There's Daytona Beach. We've been watching rains, and you can see in the bottom left corner the rains that are moving through Volusia into Lake County. To New Smyrna Beach we go. Continuing with the rough surf. Dangerous conditions at our at our area coast. It's just what it is, honestly. Not a beach day, like, at all. All right, let's head down to Brevard County, see what's doing. Oh, I even see a little bit of blue sky there. Not bad. And in Melbourne, blue sky confirmed. Yeah. All right, over to our first warning live Doppler radar we go. Obviously, we've been cycling through this in the bottom corner, but there's the live sweep. Rain's moving throughout. Brevard County, let's start with you just because you're kind of the quieter of the areas. You can see some showers, but actually a bit of a quieter setup. Then we head over to the tourist district and the metro area, and that's where we're watching some heavier stuff. Let me just stop this for a minute. Walt Disney World, right in the heart of the tourist district. It is pouring, absolutely pouring over I-4. Heavy rainfall. Now, we look in on our velocity channel, and thankfully we're not talking about any massive winds or anything, but I mean, 30 miles an hour, that's not nothing. It's a little gusty in that downpour there. I'll widen the perspective a little bit, and you can kind of see that heavy downpour working right over here to Walt Disney World in the 429. Some heavy stuff over in Claremont a little earlier. That's kind of weakened a little bit. Up into Seminole County, watching these showers continuing to pop up around Geneva, Sanford, northern Seminole County. Into West Volusia, it's raining cats and dogs here in Deltona, Lake Helen, DeLand. What about back over to northern Lake County around Forest Hills? Some of those yellows and reds showing up. Pockets of very heavy rainfall there. Back over to the shoreline here, Daytona Beach, Holly Hill, Ormond Beach. We've seen some good heavy rainfall for you. Continuing to rain up here into Flagler County. Like, seriously, it has been raining heavily through the day here in Flagler County. It's been a crummy day. That's just what it is. Temperatures really depends on where you live, right? Because in our northern spots, we're seeing 60s. In our southern spots, we're seeing 70s to nearly 80 degrees. Storm system off the shoreline is helping to invigorate up that moisture that we're experiencing, and certainly that is going to persist for us. So for tonight, next couple of hours, do look for damp conditions. Just putting it all together there for you, okay? Now, how much rain has fallen today? In terms of official rainfall numbers, I know I have it here somewhere. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, last 24-hour rain. All right, so there you go. So it's not a ton of rain that has fallen, but at least it's something, right? Almost an inch of rain in DeLand. We've gotten about a quarter of an inch here in Sanford. 2/100ths of an inch of rain at Orlando International Airport, Palm Coast at about a half inch. Now, that said, let me look at my house while we're having this discussion. And then we'll 8/100ths of an inch of rain at my house. So it's not a ton, but anything's better than nothing at the end of the day. Anything's better than nothing, particularly when you think about how the yearly numbers are as bad as they are. Look how behind we are. 6.5 inches in Orlando, nearly 7 inches in Leesburg. So we definitely need the rainfall. Definitely need the rainfall. Shauna says, I was watching the new Smyrna Beach camera and I saw 2 little kids out in the water. The father was close by, but still, I wouldn't want to take any chances today. I would agree. It like, I don't want to say that it like hurts my heart, but like that it does, that kind of stuff does worry me a little bit, right? So let's do this. Let me dial up Futurecast and give us an idea of what's to come tonight. It's, you know, it's funny because I know my kids are going to be like, can we go in the pool tonight? It's like, it's not exactly, guys, it's not exactly pool weather, you know? It's not exactly pool weather. All right, here's Futurecast, 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Obviously, we're still tracking the rainfall. We'll look at Futurecast, and then I will get to your questions, comments. Still drinking the same coffee that I made at 2:30 this morning. Still hot, so don't judge me. I'm nursing this thing. I'm nursing it. Yeah. Just poured down in Ocala. Linda says, all right, very good. Plants are so happy, Sandra says. Yeah, I would agree with that. Mark Shiptovsky, how are you? Been dry here in Ruskin in 82, hoping for more rain. You know, it's all coming in off the Atlantic side, so you're just not getting a ton on your side, which it is what it is. So there's 5 p.m., still with the rainfall, 6, 7 o'clock, rains fading a little bit. 8, 9 o'clock, notice we'll still have some rain out east of town. And then 10, 11, 12 o'clock, the rains will gradually fade. For tomorrow, the overall rain coverage is lower, okay? But it's still with us. We'll have a couple of showers, particularly east of town, in our rainfall forecast for tomorrow. Not a ton, but it's something. It's a little something, and that's better than nothing, right? So in terms of the forecast, we know that today is going to be a pretty wet day. It already has been. It's going to continue. For tomorrow, what I would anticipate, my friends, is looking at a 30% coverage of showers. This is what we're going with, okay? 30% coverage of rain for your Tuesday, a 20% coverage of rain for your Wednesday. Then notice Thursday into Friday, those rain chances go up. What's going on here? All right, let's take a look at the late week forecast. What we end up with this whole week, basically, our moisture starts to evacuate out. So for tomorrow, we're just going to transition to showers. Same thing Wednesday. But while that's happening Wednesday, look off the coast of Texas. Little piece of energy is going to start coming together, and as it does, we're going to start to moisten up our weather pattern around Central Florida. So we'll have that next chance to see some rainfall. Rachel says no sound. I see sound on my side, so I don't know why you wouldn't get it. Joanne says a little over ½ inch here in Palm Bay right now. That's pretty good. I'll take that. It's better than a slap in the head, right? I'll definitely take that. Works for me, right? Yeah. All right, so here's our 7-day forecast while we're chatting. Let me pop the radar box out. There's our 7-day forecast while we're chatting. Yeah, looking pretty good. How will the weather be on Saturday? I have Boomtown days in Denellen from 9 to 5. So this weekend we are looking at a chance of showers and thunder showers. So it's not going to be perfect, but we will have a little bit of rainfall. Yeah. Laura says, I wish it would pour all week long. I mean, we're going to have chances of rain. Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be our lower rain chance days. You know? It's more rain than we've seen in a while. Yeah. We need so much more. Joanne, that's correct. That's correct. John, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. John says, air show. Should I be worried? It's a little early to be worried about the weekend forecast. Let's just track trends. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Right? Between last night and today, we have 3.5 inches west of Benell, and it's still falling. You've had a ton of rain up that way. Absolutely correct. We need a lot. But you know what's interesting? If you look at, one way to really track the real-time drought, every day, the Keach-Byram Drought Index is issued every day at about 4 o'clock. And Flagler County has been much wetter than the rest of Central Florida. You know, that light blue color on the drought index says it all. So, for all intents and purposes, Flagler didn't exactly need the rain like the rest of Central Florida did. But here we are. Yeah. Okay. Such is life. Nancy, thank you very much. William says, I need a good pay raise. William, you want to tell the boss? I'm not going to complain about it. How are you? Jason, how are you? Hope you're doing well. John, here you will do. Very good. Thanks, buddy. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. David says not much here in Winter Park. Yeah, I'm in Winter Park as well. Same thing. Not much here. But I'm sitting outside and kind of enjoying, if I'm honest, I'm enjoying the, like, fresh breeze. It's a fresh breeze. So, yeah. It's not bad. Any questions, comments, concerns as we're tracking this less than desirable weather pattern? It's not necessarily what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'm just sorry. You could tell that I'm completely exhausted. And then tomorrow I switch schedules. I'm going to be Manalfi for tomorrow and Wednesday, off Thursday, and then back to mornings on Friday. Bye. Yeah, so anyway, we've still got plenty of rainfall around in that forecast. Next couple of hours. Still wet. Still wet. Oh well. Questions? Anything? It's windy here, Joanna. You know, before I go, it is an interesting statistic just to see what has been our peak winds for the day. You know? Let's see here. Peak winds. All right. Peak winds for today. How high have the winds gotten? Yeah, I mean, look at that. Melbourne has a 37 mile per hour wind gust. Orlando hit 30. What did I get at my house? History. What is today? Today's the 10th. So I got a 20.7 mile per hour wind gust at my house. Yeah. William, I look about 36 years old. I'm a little older than that, but I'll take it. Thank you. You like that, Laura? Who's in tomorrow morning? Kellyanne's in. Kellyanne's in tomorrow morning. Yeah. All right. So that just means you'll have me for coffee talk, but I'm going to be at the house. I may be sitting here. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Tracking rains tonight, but the rains do gradually come to an end. So coming up in just minutes, I could tell you, Manalfi's listening to The Speed of Sound by Coldplay. It's on my phone right now on Eric's Work Echo Show, also known as the one in the Weather Center. So Manalfi's jamming out to some Coldplay in the Weather Center right now and putting that forecast together. He's going to have more on how much rain will fall tonight. Plus, we still have all of those coastal advisories. How does that play out? Does tonight's flooding concern get worse? He's going to look at the models, okay? So join Manalfi in about 15 minutes for West 2 News at 4, 5, 5:30, 6, 10, and 11. I will be posting through the afternoon and evening, of course, on our social channels, and I will see you live once again in the morning for Coffee Talk at 8 o'clock. Hopefully it'll be a little bit drier. A little bit drier. Beverly says, Eric, get some sleep. I like that idea. Yeah. John, is this water and wind event abnormal for here this time of year? A little bit. But in our cycling pattern, we know that this is the Nicole part of the pattern. The Nicole part of the pattern. Very interesting. All right. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.